Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Your Big Music Moment. I'm Krish Sharma, your host, and we come at you every day at 5 p.m. Pacific right here. So join us. We feature great live music, and today we have some amazing songs from our friend of the show, Jeff Claiborne. I think this is Jeff's second time on, and I can't wait to talk with him and hear his gravelly meets dulcet voice. So before we go any further, here's Jeff. Jeff, welcome back, man.
Hey there. Good to be back,
Yeah,
Chris. Thank you. Good
yeah,
to see
it's
you.
going to be fun to talk and really fun to hear some of your amazing music. So you want to just start out with that, and then we'll have a chat
Yeah.
afterward.
Be happy to. Yeah. It was just another Monday, early morning drive. Grinding through the workday, I finally made up my mind. I'm gonna take that next step, give you grandma's diamond ring, give you everything, give you everything. Well, when I got home, I could tell something wasn't right. The dust ain't even settled, but not a tail light inside. I ran into an empty house, perfume in the air, but you weren't there. Oh, baby, you weren't there. I was so close, you were so far gone. I was scared of forever, never been more wrong. Lord knows that I'm not perfect. God, I want to make this right, but I'm too late. Just a little too late, but I was almost just in time. You never know what you got till it's gone, I guess. To hear your baby say good morning and get that good night kiss. Well, if hindsight's 2020, it's never been so clear, 'cause you're not here. Baby, you're not here. I was so close, you were so far gone. I was scared of forever, never been more wrong. Lord knows that I'm not perfect. God, I want to make this right, but I'm too late. But I was almost just in. Timing is everything, it's true. Will I ever get that second chance to make it up to you? I was so close, you were so far gone. I was scared of forever, never been more wrong. Lord knows that I'm not perfect. God, I want to make this right, but I'm too late. Just a little too late, but I was almost just in time. Almost just in time.
Beautiful, beautiful. I want to bring up one thing about that song, the conversation we had before this started. But first question, is that a new one or
No, not
okay?
particularly new. No, it was on the record that Chuck Ebert produced back in August, and it was that record that we were to obviously go out and show and tell and show off all year, 2020. But yeah, that was written in
2020.
Nashville. Yeah, and it's a yeah, fun little song there. Just kind of
Well,
gets my blood going.
it's appropriate not only for a lot of different reasons, but the timing aspect of that. That's a song about you know almost just in time, and now with 2020 being what it is, timing is an
Mm.
issue. And also, but you were saying earlier that like you felt that cooking and music have a lot in common because of the timing aspect. So it seems like that is a theme that you explore on a couple of different levels.
It is. It is. I get a lot out of time. I read something, read way too much, but read something that, time is manipulated. We can kind of manipulate time in a number of different ways. And if you remember, if you're traveling somewhere and you're going to that location, it seems like time's moving a little slower because everything is new and you're noticing everything. When you're coming back that same road, time kind of speeds up because you've been there and done that. So I want to keep a handle on time. I don't want it to get away. So I try to
Right.
look at the world with brand new eyes every second and try to slow it down. But yeah, time is a theme for me. I don't know why. Maybe it is for everybody.
That's a really amazing way of interpreting that. I'd never thought about that, and because we are all struggling against the mortal coil in one way or another.
Right.
When you're young, you're trying to accelerate it. When you're older, you're trying to slow it down, and I guess our
Right.
minds are a huge part of that. And speaking of which, like 2020, obviously this is we kind of spoke. You were on in the early stages of this of our live stream, which was great. Thanks for doing that. And then now it's been a little more time, and live music probably hasn't come back. I know you were going to be in Ireland and some other great places. And what have you been doing instead
Yeah.
this
It's
time?
well, gosh, I want to make the best of it in a lot of different ways. Keep my head out of the news because it's so it's coming from so many different directions and it's
Yeah.
so politicized that I can't trust the news. So I try to stay out of that and try to play with my creativity a little bit. Always spend time on the piano, get on the guitar every day, and always ideas are flowing if you'll just let it. And it's been a disappointing year. We talked about that last time. Everybody from in Nashville, from Kenny Chesney to my level, and all of the road, the crew. We're not getting to go do what we had planned. It's been so crazy, and then I care so much about my band, and I want to get us working again. In Texas, there are some outdoor shows that are happening. The home shows, the go to the den or sit out on the balcony while people are in their boats or at their pool. That's working, and people are paying for that. People still want entertainment. You just have to be really careful. Done a few of those, and then there's this drive-in thing where
Right.
they're putting that stage up. So if that continues to happen, then we'll grab some of those. I think we'll go back to Nashville and play in a studio where we can do more of this under a little bit more controlled environment. So I guess I'm searching for ways to express myself.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm trying to learn a little bit, be a little bit more of a tech guy. I'm all right in the recording studio, but when it comes to going live and interfaces and making all this
Right.
work
But
right, I'm
but
I'm
that's
still
something
learning.
that as an artist, you've just added that to the okay, I know how to play. I need to know how to play guitar, and oh, now I also need to know how to live stream. And so it's
Yeah.
obviously something you've done. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I don't. We can't just make music anymore. Musicians are, they're not making the money on the streams or the album sales. Boy, that's hit home this year. You
yeah.
think too much about some of that. Boy, we used to make money selling records,
I
and now
know.
we can sell them out on the road. I don't know if anyone goes to their car and puts them in their car where they
I think
should
it's
be.
a souvenir now, right?
I
I
think
mean,
it is.
because there's no place to play it. I'm
Yeah.
I do a lot of I've made a lot of records in my day, and it is like to have your I'm lucky enough I've got some big clients, but still your livelihood for a lot of people really changed with that.
Yeah.
And everyone
Boy.
wants to call record labels, demons, and they've had their fair share of, you know, not great moments, but it's just that the revenues are down for everybody. But it
Yeah.
really it trickles down to all the artists, and that's why big music exists. Is like trying to get other places, like we do not on this live stream necessarily, but we do a lot of music sponsorships, and that's how we kind of try and bring some money from the outside back into this space for everybody.
Yeah, I think we all need to create and stay together and keep this community going. I think it's a time to build community. We can do that through these Zooms, and we have more time to sit down and build our teams and check in with old friends and stuff. So I hope that we're doing more of that. A lot can come out of this. We slow things down a little bit, and again, time is slow this year. Gosh, January seems like at least a full year ago. To be able to step back and look at the career and how to make this more worthwhile or make yourself have even more purpose with it. And I think we talked about last time, whether you're in music or in performing for some kind of fame or you're in it for art's sake, this has given me a chance to really see that difference. I just want to play and be around other creative people and put stuff out and throw it up and put something else and just keep moving and make it work. Sometimes you gotta adjust your budget for it, but boy, I think we're getting our values as musicians and as a community in the music world. We're getting our values straight.
That's a great point, and I think now, and what we see also, like there's the world of internet influencers. We're seeing that musicians are everyone has a lot of respect for them, especially now. And then we're seeing that some of the interpretation of the value of other types of influencers has kind of diminished. And I think it's a validation of the fact that, yeah, people may not always have the wherewithal to completely pay for it, but they love music and it's worth doing. So
Yeah, and boy, we miss it. Boy, I miss being entertained. I'm going to try to go to the symphony tomorrow night, and we haven't done that in a while. I love to go to anything. We saw a Western swing show last Friday night with Fort Worth Symphony, and we were all spread out, and there weren't but,
right.
fourth of us in there. But just to hear Ray Benson and them do that Bob Wills thing, and then hear the Fort Worth Symphony, and it's real, it's there, it's in time. Boy, we took that for granted.
I mean, yeah, we're big aficionados of classical music and the Hollywood Bowl here in Los Angeles.
Oh boy,
aside from all the pop and rock, but yeah, and that was just gone, and,
yep.
and what a like an orchestra tuning up, right? You even think that's even awesome, and it's not. It's very discordant. It's nothing really, but I even missed that. Well, anyway, we're having this problem that we thought is that we're talking a lot. So let's
fine with me.
Yeah, no, same here. I think let's we'll do a couple more tracks. But,
thank you. Yeah, I love talking with you, man. I tell you, this is a song I did make a compilation album called "Rooted in Song." It is a compilation with a lot of my heroes and friends on it, and it's produced by Chuck Ebert. He won a Grammy, and each year he puts something there in the pot, and he put this song on there, and it's kind of another song that's dedicated to parenting and being a dad, but it means the world to me. It's called Daddy's Gloves. Early summer morning, I beat Daddy to the barn. Boy, won't he be surprised? I'll have everything ready to work on that old Chevy. I couldn't wait to see that look in his eyes. He came walking in. I ran right up to him and handed him his worn-out working gloves. He said, "Oh, thank you, son. And I see what you done. You got us a good jump on this day, sure enough. Now When I put Dad's old gloves on, I can tell what's right and wrong. I understand the man I want to be. The hero that he was lives on through his touch. When I put my hands in my daddy's glove. I remember one late night, you had me hold that old flashlight, fixing that crazy beat-up tractor in the rain. When his hands were in those gloves, he was always Superman. Until the day he slipped away. This old work shed's filled with tools my daddy used. When the years go by, tears fill my eyes, remembering what they helped him do in those gloves. I put them on, and I remember the man I knew. When I put Dad's old gloves on, I can tell what's right and wrong. I understand the man I want to be. The hero that he was lives on through his touch. When I put my hands in my daddy's gloves. When I put my hands in my daddy's gloves. Daddy's gloves.
Daddy's gloves. And what I didn't want to interrupt, but I didn't want you to just leave you hanging either. So what's next?
Oh gosh, well, a song that we're kind of releasing regionally here in Texas right now, getting ready for things to open back up and hopefully jump on a wave here that is outside entertainment. I think the restaurants are going to begin to open up, and really neat venues or ideas for venues are coming up where, we're eating more on the porch and getting music outside. So I hope that continues. And this is one of those songs that I'd like to release here in Texas. Writing this song, we kind of channeled old Waylon Jennings and some of the old great Texas guys, from George Jones to Willie Nelson to everybody else. Just a great state to come from when you're learning about music. And I kind of wrote one for Waylon here called Last Ones to Leave. Over a cold beer after overtime, we're all here in the same state of mind. Time sure flies with good time and friends. Tell me a story, I'll buy another round. This place is clearing out, and we're getting loud. Just getting started while they're trying to close. Whether it's whiskey or wine, we're gonna be here all night, right where we wanna be, and feeling so at ease. We're the last ones to leave. Last ones to leave. Hanging out out with down home simple folk. Last call was over, now where I go. Bartender's got that look, we're crossing that line. Tony's locking up and everyone's disappeared. Still so much to say and so much to hear. We all smile when he pulls that bottle down. Whether it's whiskey or wine, we're gonna be here all night, right where we wanna be, and feeling so at ease. We're the last ones to leave, last ones to leave. Life's too short, why be the first to go? Precious times like these with people we know. Oh, right where we want to be, feeling so at ease. That's all right with me. If we're the last ones to leave, last ones to leave, last ones to leave.
Wow, how cool! That really has those long notes. There's a real point, even though the song's about a fun subject, closing the bar and maybe even staying a little bit after, but it's got a poignancy to it. That all those moments are cherishable.
They are.
And
It's an emotional song to sing. It's fun. I'll never get tired of singing that one. And some great little opportunities for harmonies.
right,
And you can do it different every night. You can have fun with it. You can extend it, obviously, and do all the fun things when you go live. And that's also on that record, Good Bartender, from August. And we're still trying to just release everything regionally and just see if we can get
right,
some radio play and do what independent musicians do, and then we want to follow it up. The sad thing is, I love going to these radio stations
right.
and sitting down and playing and talking and getting to know everybody. That is one of my favorite things to do. The drive's long, but boy, it's something I really miss, and I didn't think I would.
And when the fans can hear that what the record they're hearing is a pretty good representation of something that you do and can do in the moment, just with you and your guitar. I think that really cements to that belief in that art. So that's which is really cool. But again, we've got to do it here, and you can't be going to any of those radio stations right now.
Yeah, a couple of them in Texas say, "Come on anyway. You don't even need your mask. Bring it on." Bring it on. It is kind of scary though, traveling and getting around until we find out what this thing is. But
Yeah,
I think we're going to get a handle on it, and we're going. As a country, we're doing a great job just trying our best to stay home and stay bored. And it's tough. It just is tough. And overall, we're all really doing pretty good. If you look at the numbers of what we're doing and how many people are really respecting and thinking of it as a respect thing with the masks, and we're doing it. We're doing the best we can. This is America, man.
Exactly.
We're getting out and do.
Yeah, right. And and I think the word the respect word is great. And is it what is there's some Winston Churchill quote about America always does the right thing after they've tried everything else.
That's great. I haven't heard that from Winston. That's great.
So yeah. So but but speaking about that, board. We were talking about how you took the opportunity to get a old football injury fixed, and then we're also talking about how did football inform music and the similarities of that athletic slash team experience with what the music's with your solo writing and then going to the stage with the band and all of that. I thought that was really interesting. Those
Yeah, I think
connections.
that that's one of the reasons that sports works so well. Not just in America. Of course, we have a few more games than everybody else. It seems like, but the analogy of teamwork and gosh, you said you were talking to Coach K too
Yeah.
about of getting a band on the road and actually being together a lot and making it a family and cooperating and getting on the same page and writing goals out and making sure we're all doing what we want to do and getting the right people together. That's what organized sports is all about. I played position of quarterback from about the age of 8 on up into college for a few years, where I found out I didn't want to treat my body like that, and it wasn't going to take it.
Right on.
So, boy, just learning in that position and the active leadership and how it comes into almost every business, but in music, there's we're sensitive in music. We're creative. I mean, everybody in my band has a project going of their own, and I want them to spend time doing that and to keep writing, and then let's write together. And it's just about encouragement and making everybody the best they can be. And that's what sports told me. Get everybody in the right position, and then let them go, let them run with it. So yeah, this knee just from playing some college football, I just said, you know what, we've got a little time here. Let's get this thing fixed and supported so we can get back up there. As we've said before, being on the road is physical.
Yeah.
I don't care whether you're carrying your own gear or not. You're going up and down steps and elevators and cars and performing every night, and it's a wonderful, beautiful feeling, but it's hard work, and you got to be in
Yeah.
shape. You can't just misuse your body. And we're talking about taking care of your voice. That's
Yeah.
the main. It's like a quarterback taking care of his arm, man. I mean, that's the main tool there.
Right.
So this goes along with that. If I can get a little bit healthier this year, I'm going to do it.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's an athletic event being on stage, and if you're playing guitar, you're singing, and you're moving around. That's three different things that you're three different parts of your body that are engaged, and also
Yeah, I
getting
miss
full
it.
breath. It's yeah.
I miss
I
it.
don't.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where we're all going to be a little rusty when we get back.
Yeah.
But at least I'll have a new knee. So I just had it all cleaned out and got it supported where it needs to be and
Well, it sounds like
ready.
you're doing everything you can to get out there. Just like when Jordan broke his foot, he played surreptitiously with some college folks to keep in shape. And so it sounds like
Yep.
you're doing your version of that, which is admirable.
Yeah, it's a wild time, Chris. We are. I think people can be destructive during this time, or you can be constructive, and everybody's taking it differently. Everybody has different responsibilities, whether it's kids or this thing with school and not being able to get back into a family routine is,
Right.
or that new family routine. Not having a family of my own, my band's my family. But it seems like the entertainment business kind of kept me away from making that big choice. But boy, it's hard for me to imagine. That's why I'm saying we're doing pretty good considering, man. We
I
can't.
think you're right, and I think it's also important not to look at all the fun to look at examples are always the extreme ones. And what does
Okay.
that mean is going on overall? And that's always the question. And I think, I'm grateful for every respectful act. I think,
Right.
as you brought that up. Um,
Um,
well, that's, um, yeah, the music is a canary in the coal mine for a lot of this, is the way that musicians are having to deal with things. And I think, it's tough, but what have you? Is there anything else going on that you want to call attention to? Any upcoming like releases, streams? Anything play people should look right now?
well, I think what I'm going to start doing is uh, just showing off a little bit more, getting releasing songs every week, doing some covers here and there. I love to play the piano, and the piano brings out a whole new side of me. I'm quite eclectic. I do love the country music, and I love the storytelling. But you get on the piano, and something else, kind of a Motown or a R&B thing, comes out, and I want to start doing that and sharing that with people. And a lot of my writing is on the piano. It's just so much more at home for me. It was my first instrument, so that'll start happening. We'll start being piano and guitar and sing and bring some of that out. My mom will be glad to. I know she's watching. She'll be glad to hear
Okay.
that. she's
Yeah.
she's a
So you're
she's a
using.
piano. That's right. Yeah, she says, I just when I come to see you, I want to see you get over there and get behind the piano. So
Well, maybe
we'll
we'll do
start
a
doing
live
more.
stream with the piano.
Be glad to. Let's do that
Yeah,
next time. I'll set that up. I'm not quite
that's okay.
agile enough now. I'm still kind of slow with this knee, but next time we're on,
All
I'll
right,
jump over there and
that's a
get on
deal.
it and
That's
and
all
do
right.
some more on piano. You got it.
That's a
Glad
deal.
to.
So what do we got next?
Well, let's do a song through my writing circle. I've had this song for a while. A good friend of mine named Doug Wright wrote this song, and then we kind of put it together and organized it together. But in this time of of being home alone, or a lot of us are experiencing that, where we really are needing people. And that's what music's all about, bringing people together. Sports is too, but music does it in a special way. This one's called Lonesome Cowboy. Lonesome cowboy rides a rolling empty range, and he keeps the only life he knows. Lonesome cowboy makes his home out on the plain, and in the dark a campfire glows. It's growing stronger and burning longer, and he sings of those days long ago, and he sings of a life all alone. Lonesome cowboy. 3 years older, 10 years wiser somehow. He thinks about the love he left behind, and it's growing stronger and burning longer, and he sings of those days long ago, and he sings of a life all alone. Lonesome cowboy. lonesome cowboy stands as tall as the tales of him, and he presses on against the wind. He's growing stronger and living longer, and he sees the dawning of age, and he dreams of a life he can make. Lonesome cowboy and his lonesome cowboy song. His lonesome cowboy song. His lonesome cowboy song. His lonesome cowboy song.
That's couldn't be more appropriate, Jeff.
Oh, thanks.
And it couldn't be more appropriate to have you on. So thanks so much for joining us again. And
Thank you, Krish. Appreciate it.
we'll look forward to next time. Let's we'll go for the piano if that's in range, and if not, we'll hear some more great acoustic guitar. But as always, inspirational to have you on. And thanks again for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thanks a lot. Good to be with you, man. Have a great weekend.
Take care, you too. Be well,
Okay.
my friend.
Thank you.
Jeff Claiborne, everybody. Always an amazing, inspirational artist to have on the show, and really, really fortunate to have folks like that out there still making music, still trying to make music, and having devoted their lives to it. So, I think that as all of our various trials go on during this time, it's really amazing to have the support of artists in our lives. So thanks again to Jeff. Thanks again to all the big music artists out there. Thanks to our associated charity musicians on musicians on call, bringing the healing power of music to everybody in need. And as always, big music stands with BLM and the cause of social justice. So we'll see everybody on Monday. We've got a great week next week, so join us for sure. 5 cool new artists, and every day a new one. It's gonna be really fun. So 5 p.m. Pacific on all these channels. Live to listen, everybody. Take care.